Dicks of Dicks. Right now on the Dicks Show.
That's right, the Dick Show with you on a Wednesday night. Doesn't quite have that Friday night feel to it anymore.
It's
for
different.
Some reason. It is a little different, right?
It's Wednesday. You know what it is?
It's Hump Day.
Hump Day.
Dick's on a Hump Day. That's right.
Dick's humping with you.
The Dick Show, where you, the viewer, are affectionately referred to as the Dickheads, and us, we're just a couple of dicks right here.
Hi, Dickheads.
Hi. So I got to ask the question: how was your weekend?
Oh, bro, weekend was good. We actually got out of town. We actually pulled the trailer out of storage. Head out to Jellystone.
Jellystone.
Took the
That's
kids to
where Yogi Bear or something like that.
The old Tower Park in Lodi. Went out there with the kids, camped, rode bikes, swam. It was a good time. I was happy as shit to not be in the house, and it was good to see the kids. I had my proud dad moment. Let me tell you about this.
Yeah.
Right, this is my proud dad moment of the weekend. And as a parent, and I just turned 40 a few weeks ago. Right.
Mm-hmm.
The kids now they don't do the same shit that we used to do when we were kids, drinking out of
because you have a rectangle in your hand and everything happens in the rectangle.
Used to be no big deal drinking out of random people's water hoses in their front yard, simple shit. You stuck a baseball card in your bike tires,
right? Threw lawn darts up in the air.
I was the proudest dad in the world when my kids were like, "Dad, can you crush this water bottle and stick it in my bike tire so it sounds like a motorcycle?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I can! I got you, son."
That's awesome.
And it was awesome. Shout out Rochelle. Rayonica Gizzle, what's happening? Happy birthday, little Wyatt.
Neighbor John's on there.
Neighbor John in the building.
Neighbor John in the house. There we go, right off the bat.
What's going on? So, how was
Dick's on a Hump Day.
How was my week?
My weekend? My weekend was okay. Greg Galley came by Friday night.
Did he?
Yeah, hung out and drank some whiskey and caught up. We went for a family scooter ride to the restaurant Friday night.
Where'd you go?
We all went over to Junior's and we hopped on the scooters and we rode over there. And then Saturday I spent most of the day in bed remembering why I shouldn't split a whole bottle of whiskey with somebody in my garage.
It happens, bro.
And then Sunday I did all the things that I was supposed to do, Friday night and Saturday and then recorded a mix for our lovely producer Tiani here.
How'd it go?
It's weird in the studio here. I actually had to re-record it. We had some delay issues.
That's the green screen stuff?
So I redid the green screen thing again last night. Came home from work and tried it again. But enough about us. How about you guys out there in Facebook land?
How was your week?
They're in Facebook land.
Yeah, but they're putting up posts out there. Right. What do you guys think of Wednesday nights?
Dana rolled her first blunt.
It happens.
I'm still incapable of doing it. So
somebody's got to do
not that I've ever tried or anything, but.
What do you guys out there think of Wednesday nights? How do you guys compare Wednesdays to Fridays so far?
Yeah, we'd like to hear some feedback.
What do you think? Should we go back to Fridays? Do you like us on Wednesday nights?
Why did you switch to Wednesday? I hear everybody ask. Because it was kind of that time. We know that people are starting to go out and have fun and enjoy themselves on the weekends.
You got to eat in the parking lot, have some drinks in the parking lot.
Yeah, and Friday night a Friday night at 7:00 is not only was it rough for some of you, but it was rough for some of us where we wanted it. That's the start to our weekend.
I hate to sound ratchet, but when we were young, we used to, we might have been guilty of drinking beers in the parking lot, and now it's completely illegal. Come out to the bar. You can't come in the bar. You can't drink in the bar. You got to drink out in public.
In fact, in the San Francisco Bay Area, most restaurants are allowed to put drinks in a styrofoam cup with a lid on it, and you can
get them to go.
Yeah, which is we live in bizarre world.
Driving past a cop.
Crazy, yeah. It's pretty, exactly. I don't think that's legal. I think that's still, but this day in history. Let's talk about things that happened in history.
What happened? Tell me.
Let's see. 1909, General Motors buys Cadillac. Interesting story here. Did you know that the Cadillac company was actually started by Henry Ford?
Really?
Yeah.
I love me a Cadillac.
He had, I know, you've owned several.
We have two. We have two now. Me and the wife, we currently both drive Cadillac.
He had two failed automobile attempts.
Okay. Cadillac was one of them?
And Cadillac was the one in the middle. I don't remember the name of the company, but it failed. And the bankers and the various powers that be went over to the shop, to the facility, to figure out how they were going to auction everything off. And among those group of people was a guy saying, "Hey, I've got an idea. Let's keep these frames going that he was making, and let's put this crazy company named Oldsmobile that has a one-cylinder engine, and we'll use that engine. And I think we can let's keep this thing running."
You know why?
And they did. And 4 or 5 years later, GM bought them. I didn't know. I guess I need to study history a little bit more because I didn't know cars were around back in the 1900s. I thought that was kind of you think of the Model T, but
that was back in the day when you had like a driver for your car, so you didn't actually
Right.
drive
Yeah,
it.
the first Cadillac sold for, I think, $853, which in that was a lot of money. 1957, NASA is formed. 1 year after Sputnik went up. Got caught off guard a little bit with our panic. Yeah, we were pissed and we had to form NASA. 1965, 101st Airborne Division arrives in Vietnam. 1967, the Doors score their first #1 hit with Light My Fire.
Light My Fire.
Son of Sam begins to terrorize New York, 1976. And
it was a bad day in New York.
And officially, now that we've been on air for 7 minutes, it is officially history. The Dicks begin their first show on a new night on Wednesday. Here we are.
Perfect.
How about that?
How do you guys like it?
Yeah, let us know in the comments, and we'll be sure to try and read those. Wednesdays are so much better. David likes them. I think so, too.
Nice.
And Zach says he's already drinking out in the parking lot at Forbidden Island. I think if I didn't have to be at work so damn early tomorrow, I'd probably go out there and join him.
Hop on the Lolita Express and head on over there.
That's just 2 segments from now. That's the Wayfair discussion again. What are we drinking tonight?
Oh, so we have a special one. Okay. No, I actually had to watch a YouTube video to figure out how to pronounce
We couldn't pronounce this.
Right? Glendronach.
Just like that.
Yes, just like that.
Sounds Scottish.
It is.
Like angry
yes,
Scottish.
Can you guys see this? The 12-year Scotch.
It's a 12-year. Okay.
Okay. Highland, from the Highland area of Scotland. Okay. Single malt Scotch whiskey, 12 years.
Zach says, what's the term clapped out shitbox? We'll have to come back to that one in a minute.
Salut.
All right. Here we go. Let's see how this tastes. Oh, that's good.
This is way better than Sex in Prison.
Yeah, by far.
That's a tasty
Could you imagine
beverage.
enjoying both of those?
Nice. This what? Sex in Prison with the whiskey?
with a 12-year whiskey?
Some Pruno?
I don't think that would make it any better,
12-year Pruno
actually.
in prison? Like, I'm not sure that'd be a good thing, right?
No, you might like both things, but maybe not at once.
We do a lot of whiskey. I think next week we should do something clear.
Okay.
Any recommendations?
Tequila.
Well, she likes gin.
We're not doing gin.
Tequila.
Again. We'll do that once a year on the producer's birthday.
We'll do it on your birthday. That's it. That's all you get for gin.
That's not fair.
Oh, man.
What do you like? I'll let you call it. Name the type of liquor.
Well, I got some good tequila, but it's not clear. It's a gold stuff.
I'll bring something.
You know what?
I'll bring something special.
Okay.
Next week.
All right. Yeah. Surprise us.
We have a special guest next week too.
We do.
Supposedly, we're supposed to have it this week, and we apologize for not making that happen. But
Things are a little harried around here. Yeah.
exactly. But we will be bringing
Next
a
week,
special guest, and maybe by remote. But it's still going to be good, and hopefully there's some good eating involved as well.
I hope so too. So I think that'll be off. That'll be awesome.
But we got some other stuff in the news too. Right?
You? Yeah.
Old show coming back.
Old show coming up. Yes. Something I think most of us grew up watching. Generation X. So Beavis and Butthead. Yes, they're coming back. answering the age-old question. They did finally score.
Were you a fan? Were you a fan?
I was.
In later years.
Okay.
When it was first out, it was a little crass for me. But I found myself enjoying that humor as I got into about my mid-20s.
As you got older, you were like, okay, I do like fart jokes and heavy metal music.
Putting firecrackers up frogs' asses.
It happens.
I showed an episode we were running. I took the kids running. Many shows back, we talked about that when we were homeschooling.
Have you ran since?
And I said something, Beavis and Butthead, Cornholio, I think. I pulled my shirt up over my head and I yelled Cornholio as I was sprinting.
Yeah.
And they looked at me in horror. and so I said, how do you not know who Cornholio is? And I showed them a video clip and they looked at me in horror.
So what the hell are you talking about?
No, Beavis and Butthead are coming back. Still Mike Judge will still be in charge and they're coming back. They're coming back as dads. So man,
are they coming back on MTV?
I don't know. I think it's a Cartoon Network thing.
I don't think MTV shows anything but ridiculous anymore. Like they don't show music videos.
Right.
There's
I
no
need to
TV
see.
shows.
I need to see the 15th season of Catfish. I get the concept.
No, you get one episode of Jersey Shore on Thursday nights, and then it's just ridiculous for like 23 hours.
That is ridiculous. How did you put Jersey Shore in a category other than ridiculousness?
Right. That's all you get.
It's terrible.
It's just.
Anyways, yeah, they're coming back as dads. Mike Judge is going to be in charge. I think it's Cartoon Network. So, stay tuned for that.
That'll be exciting.
I think so. I think it'll be a good time. We promise we're not going to get too heavy with you guys tonight, but man, there's a lot. We have a lot of content. We might even be longer than an hour tonight. I don't know. Yeah, but we got
that.
Smells of bullshit.
It smells like bullshit to me.
It's that Scottish whiskey. Tastes good, but man. So if you aren't aware right now, there's a congressional hearing going on. They're interviewing Attorney General Barr.
Yes.
And that took place yesterday. A lot of grandstanding.
Did anybody actually out there watch that shit?
I've watched clips of it. I've heard a bunch of grandstanding and bullshit where, they were asking him questions and not even giving him a chance to respond. It was just for the sake.
No, they were just pissed.
Rhetorical. Yeah, we want to blame.
They're peacefully protesting.
But I just dropped my pen on the ground, and I wasn't planning on writing anything, but it's my nervous clicker, so it's gone now. We gotta wait till the break. So, anyways, one of the things that they're fighting mad about in Congress is that they feel that calling in the federal agents to protect, by the way, federal property, because the localities namely in Portland, weren't doing it, is wrong, and that they actually incited violence among the mostly peaceful protesters. And I want to talk about the phrase mostly peaceful protesters.
Mostly.
I could mostly not punch you in the face. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I could mostly drive sober.
That little mask that I bought in Vegas mostly covered my face.
Right, yeah. Wouldn't matter. It would just absorb the blood.
Right.
Mostly the police are good. So anyways, the mostly peaceful protesters that from time to time aren't peaceful, and that they were inciting them to cause all this damage. Okay. So it's an interesting video. Did you bring it? Did you bring the video? I did bring the video. It's popped in the VHS player right now. Very interesting video.
You got that on beta?
Very interesting video that Chicago Police Department put out, and it's from their briefing, and they're showing some aerial shots. We posted this video on the Dick Show page. It's about 6 minutes long. I've cut it down to about 2 minutes right now, just showing you the meat and potatoes. And I want to show what a mostly peaceful protest looks like.
This is an overhead view that shows the group walking southbound on
I don't
Columbus,
think this is the short video of it.
From Buckingham Fountain toward the Columbus statue.
They look mostly peaceful.
They look mostly peaceful.
Several thousand people. And I'd like to point out the riot situation.
Here we go. We're going to go into here.
A lot of these individuals put up umbrellas and hid behind those banners.
Why?
Among the foliage down the hill. So are shielded from our officers' sight.
They're changing into black clothing.
Why? Where the arrow's pointing out.
Well, because they're mostly peaceful.
Just showing an individual changing from his
jump a little bit
statue.
here.
The PVC pipe is then taken apart from the banners, and a lot of that PVC pipe was sharpened on the ends to a point.
What are they going to do? Hunt vampires?
They're going to jab it at the officers
when they get closer to the statue.
That doesn't sound peaceful at all.
But it was peaceful until these.
And it's a lot of the bicycles that are forming a wall around.
They all got PVC pipes.
So here's a gentleman.
They took them out of the banners.
Looks like one of those armies from Game of Thrones. Just a bunch of
Leroy Jenkins.
Police who were standing on the statue.
These are mostly peaceful protesters here. So this is taking place in Chicago. This is at the
Portland.
no, this is in Chicago. But similar things have been happening in Portland.
Substances, rocks, explosive devices,
protest and gave these people
and then
weapons.
Obviously
that doesn't look
the
mostly
PVC with
peaceful.
Right.
With the banner that was broken apart and then jabbed at the officers.
So let's go.
Kids?
Let's see a couple scenes right now. This is what the cops are dealing with. If the video doesn't freeze, you have stuff being thrown at the cops and
for what? For what now?
For the peaceful protester.
Holding his eye.
But you can't. It was peaceful protest until these people came involved. Now, who are the people who?
Well, I think what the police are trying to. The point they're trying to make is that the peaceful protesters didn't do anything to stop these people. In fact, they protected them. They circled them with bicycles and did a lot of stuff to protect them. This poor guy here in the white shirt.
Throwing bricks at people is not a.
Yeah. This poor guy in the white shirt, you're seeing the big guy right there loses an eye.
It's the peaceful protesters that are throwing the bricks and not the people who change their clothes.
Well, it's the people that change their clothes, but the peaceful protesters allowed them to do it.
That's why I'm saying what I'm saying right now.
Holding his eye after
it's not the
explosive device
protesters
blew
who's
up
throwing this shit.
in his eye right
it's the
there.
people who change their clothes.
It's the mostly peaceful ones.
Here's more incendiary.
So that's enough of that. You kind of get the idea there.
What are they supposed to do?
I think it's a little foolish that the cops weren't up there in riot gear when they were protecting, but they probably are now.
Well, then that looks aggressive. So
right, yeah, it'll incite riots.
There's no winning in that.
I don't think there is.
Like I don't understand either way. Like it doesn't. You can't kill two wrongs and expect a right to come out of it. It doesn't make anything any better. destroying cities isn't proving any points. You know, I know a lot of people want to say let it burn.
Well, you can't say it's the peaceful protesters who were.
Well, it's not the peaceful. It's not the peaceful, but the peaceful protesters are protecting them, and so that makes them not peaceful anymore.
You can't say that either because
you have a right as an American to peacefully protest and to peacefully assemble and argue.
But you can't assume that the peaceful protesters are involved with the people who just dressed.
They didn't do anything to stop them.
No, once you become a group, it doesn't matter if one of you or all of you are. It's just like being in a car and one of you shoots somebody.
You know that?
You're now an accomplice, whether you meant to be or not.
But everybody that was underneath the umbrellas were all in front. So how do you know that there weren't people trying to stop them from doing that? You don't know that.
Doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
You just go on assumptions.
I think that the police have to protect. I think the federal police have to protect federal property, and if the cities won't, that's their job.
They do, but don't just go on assumptions. Is all I'm saying.
All right. Well, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about: are you woke or are you racist?
Yes.
Might be both of those things, actually.
Yes.
As it turns out.
Just can't be beat.
It's the Dick Show. Cannot be beat.
Yes.
I'm getting fat.
Are you? The Corona diet?
Look at this neck, bro. I used to have one chin. Bro, it looks like a Chinese phone book. I'm not sure what
that is racist, and you cannot say that,
no,
sir.
I'm woke. I'm woke.
Are you woke?
Yes.
Man, I don't know.
We're going to get to that.
We're going to get to that. Interesting Cato Institute article.
Who's Cato?
Cato. It's a Cato Institute. It's a website that I disagree with vehemently about 50% of the time and wholeheartedly agree with another percent of the time. And there, I don't think that there has to be too much judging of truthfulness on there. They do pretty much, what's a fact check or whatever. Everything that they put out is pretty much doesn't get printed unless it's factually true. You might disagree with stuff, but whatever. So
what they say?
62% of Americans say that they have political views that they're afraid to share. So I believe that. And there was a time when the general rule of thought was that if you were at a cocktail party or in a group of friends, you didn't discuss politics.
Well, isn't that the rule? Like, if you're drinking, you don't trust politics, religion, or money.
Yeah,
right?
and I think that's a rule that we should all stick to. But I buried the lead here. The more important part of the story is that among the people surveyed, 50% of liberal people on the left said that they believe that Trump supporters, Trump donors, should be allowed to be fired from their employer for being nothing more than a Trump donor. 36% of strong conservatives support firing Biden donors, and 32% are worried about missing out on job opportunities because of their political opinions.
Firing Biden donors. So if you're donating to Biden, you should get fired.
Yeah.
What's wrong with
if you donated? You know what? I'd like to add a fourth category to this one.
Okay.
If you donated money to a politician, get the fuck out. You don't work here anymore. You're not hired. Go. You gave money to a politician besides your taxes that are taken from you by theft. Go away.
Taxation is what?
Taxation's theft. That's
you know what? It's crazy that people even have the audacity to think that way. Whatever happened to, you know what? I don't hate you for how you think, and I don't hate you for how you feel. Like, I love you as a person. You can support Trump. You can support Biden. I may not have to like it, but
people are so galvanized now.
But fire him because he doesn't think the way that I think. I think what happened to normal thinking?
I think the man's an idiot, but I think Biden's an idiot too.
But the hornswoggling.
Yeah, Biden's like. I think the way his brain works right now is like...
I don't think his brain does work at all.
It's like kind of how my computer is at work sometimes, where there's like 65 tabs open and then one of them starts playing sound.
You're out of RAM.
One of them starts playing a sound and I don't know which one it is. And like,
You're just out of RAM. Like,
it has to be. And I think we're voting. I think
the fans turn on.
Right, high speed, and screen starts flickering and running slow.
How do you feel about it, though?
I think you vote for Biden. You're voting for his VP, and I hope to God it's somebody that's not a complete doofus.
I'm voting for Yeezy, bro. I like his shoes.
Are you? He's got to get his name on the ballot first.
I'm voting for Yeezy.
I'm hoping his VP is Klobuchar. That would be real nice.
What about Yang?
That UBI thing sounds like child's play now that we're all getting $1,200 every month for.
I heard today that California was actually saying that, you know what, we need federal aid because we don't have any tax revenue to pay, our regular bills, but they're going to extend unemployment an extra $600 regardless of what the Fed does.
Right.
It's kind of crazy.
Woke or racist?
Are you?
I think he could be both, actually.
I think you are both.
Now, I've said this for a long time. I'm gonna set this up here.
Okay.
I know a lot of people who like to virtue signal. If you don't know what virtue signaling is, it's I'm gonna go on Facebook and I'm gonna say good things, and then I'm gonna do absolutely nothing to support the cause. But I said I feel good about it. 2 + 2 can equal 5 as long as I identify with the number 5, and it makes me feel good.
Aren't you racist whether you do something or don't do something?
That's in another slideshow. you're getting ahead of yourself right now.
Sorry.
Woke or racist? Let's have a look at this one.
When me and Brad first met, I didn't think we'd get along, but turns out we kind of agree on everything. Your racial identity is the most important thing. Everything should be looked at through the lens of race.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke. We both have a lot of opinions about people of color, even though we barely know any.
I say colored people, but as long as we're classifying them, we both think minorities are a united group who think the same and act the same.
And vote the same. You don't want to lose your black card. Sorry, I don't know. I just think we should
roll back discrimination laws so we can hire based on race again. Jinx, now you owe me a Coke. Hey, tell
Wasn't
them
that affirmative action?
White actors should only do voices for white cartoon characters.
I've been saying that for years. Stick to your own.
Us white people, we have so much privilege.
I agree. It is a privilege to be white. Ask him about interracial dating.
All I said is that black men who date white women have internalized racism, and white men that date ethnic women are fetishizing them.
Guys against interracial dating now. Like, am I being pranked? Did Boomer put you up to this?
Scott.
Oh, you know that taco place is white owned.
You have a fetish, don't you?
White
Apparently.
Fat macaroni and cheese, no seasoning, not even salt. It's like he's a mind reader. I mean, I've been pushing for segregation forever, and my man does what?
I created an improv comedy show
My man does
exclusively
what?
for ethnic people.
Guy segregates comedy on my birthday.
White people need to stop wearing dreadlocks, and they need to stop appropriating black people's music.
Shaved heads and country music, the way God intended.
You know all white people are racist.
I'm listening.
Even if you have a black wife or a black friend group, you're still really racist.
You know, he just kicked a guy out of the organization for having a black girlfriend, but if you can promise me he's still really racist, we'll consider letting him back in. Black people should only shop at black businesses.
I guess the only thing we really disagree about is I think white people are the root of all evil.
But what did I tell you, though? If we can narrow that down to a certain group of tiny-hatted white people, I think we can come to an understanding.
Technically, I don't consider Jewish people white.
Neither do I.
Yeah, keep this going up. It's a punchline
We're
going up
still
here.
cool with interracial cucking, right?
Yeah, as long as you pay for it. Sex work should be celebrated.
Whoa. So how do you feel?
It's been what I've been saying all along.
Are you woke or are you racist?
I'm neither.
I think you have a fetish.
I think you could.
have a fetish.
According to that video, I guess
Exactly.
I do. I like our producer because
You're fetishizing her.
right.
It's okay. It must be the turban.
How do you feel about
must be
that?
the turban.
Apparently, she is too, though.
Well,
Because she's black and likes a white guy, so there's that video applies to her too. If it's to be believed,
she's the most racist person I've ever met.
is she?
She is.
Or woke?
She's racially woke. Can you be racially woke?
I'm racially woke.
It's what I've said. It's just what I've said all along. That when you start, it's okay to see color. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you start doing this whole thing about all white people are racist. It seems like a racist thing to say, judging a group of people by the color of their skin.
Well, yeah. Duh.
Saw a link somebody sent me the other day that had Jane Elliott. If you don't know who Jane Elliott is, she's a tool. But among other things, she's a teacher when you grew up in school and you saw that she was doing that dememonstration where all the kids with blue eyes had to sit on one side of the room and the kids with brown eyes had to sit on the other. And
Nazi
that was
Germany.
how you identified with what it was like to be racially discriminated against. And while I thought that was actually a pretty good study and it drove the point home, she makes the point that every white child who goes to school in the United States and is taught with the way of Western education is a racist. And
Why?
I said, I went to school with black people, Hispanics, a couple Native Americans, Mideastern guy, Nav, I remember him. So they all went to school with me. Are they all racist too? Or is it only the white people that went to that school that got taught a certain way? I mean, was there boop, 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 boop going into our brains because we were white people and we got taught differently? I don't think so. And I think that comes across as
the same level of education.
So
like, I don't think no matter what
blatantly racist to me that I
treated differently. That's what it is.
Well, her point was the way we're educated, and I'm like, we were all educated the same, and I don't
get treated differently.
It's all the same shit. Same teachers, same education, same school, same privilege.
Mm-hmm.
You get treated differently.
Everybody gets treated differently.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot. I mean, that's just the nature of the game.
So I compiled a list of things that I think are racist.
Let me see.
What do you think?
Start with number one.
These aren't just things that I think, but these are things that other people think are racist too. Bedrooms are racist. Why are bedrooms racist? We can't say master bedroom anymore.
It's not the master. Well,
it makes you think of slavery.
Can it be the king bedroom?
It could, but well, that might be bad too.
Can I be the king of the castle? Well, I'm the king.
Jesus
of the
is racist because statues of Jesus are white.
What about black Jesus?
There's probably some truth to that Jesus having dark or olive skin when he was, but that doesn't make the statues.
Well, sure, he's from the Middle East. That's fine, but
golf is racist. Golf's a racist thing.
Why?
Well, it's called the Masters tournament.
Well, is golf in general racist, or is it just
the Masters tournament?
The Masters tournament.
I think that you could make an argument that not well.
It is.
Let's go to the next slide.
It is in Georgia.
Right? It is in Georgia for sure. Milk is racist.
Because why?
New York Times did an article saying that white supremacy was tied to milk drinking.
What?
And my question is, so white supremacists drink milk, and milk is now considered racist. Is the air that the white supremacists breathe also racist because they breathe it, or what's? Well,
no, because air doesn't have a color. But so me being
only white things.
Me being half white and half Mexican, am I allowed to drink like chocolate milk
exclusively?
Well, what about you? Can you drink strawberry milk? Dude, that shit's delicious.
I don't like the strawberry milk.
You don't like strawberry milk? That's the most un-American shit I've ever heard you say in my life, bro.
I'm lactose intolerant, what can I say?
You're going back to Europe. You're going back to Europe, bro.
Freeways are racist, says the Los Angeles Times.
Because they're called freeways?
Because it has to do with separating off in some neighborhoods from another neighborhood and transportation issues. That, one time actually in L.A. in the late 20s, black ownership of homes was the highest in LA in any part of the country, and they believed that the freeways caused what's it called, white flight. People moved to the suburbs, and then so the freeways themselves. Inanimate objects are racist. I got a question.
Kenny Boy's checking in. So as Mexican, I'm not allowed to drink regular milk. I have to drink horchata. But
fair enough.
But that's just delicious.
Fair enough. You know what?
With a little bit of Hennessy in there,
right? No. You just ruined it.
You've never had
Hennessy with horchata?
What?
Bro.
I mean, I like whiskey and I like cotton candy, but I'm not going to mix the two of them together.
I know what our drink is. I know what liquor of the week is next week.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'll try it. All right, let's keep going.
Some henchata.
Cosmetics are racist. I promise we're almost done with this list.
Why?
L'Oreal's going to remove words like whitening from skincare products.
Why?
This is all bullshit. Y'all people get on my damn nerves.
Who's getting on your nerves?
That's cereal is racist.
That's from
the effers.
Cereal's racist because there's a monkey on the cereal. And I just, you know what?
The monkey on the cereal.
Bring me back up for a second.
What is that
when the time comes that I can't have a stuffed monkey anymore because this is racist, I'm out.
The most racial. There's not only do you have one big ass monkey, you got a bunch of little monkeys running around all over the damn place.
Okay, let's keep going.
How do you treat your monkeys though?
Well, sometimes I spank
them. Do you keep them in the master bedroom?
Manhandle.
Yeah, they're all over the place. Actually, you see one as you come in the house.
What about Cracker Jacks?
I don't know. Next show we'll talk about Cracker Jacks. I also want to know, what about the red hand on the walk in the don't want signal? If we're going to ban the red skins, why is the hand red? Okay. Lawns are racist.
What?
Lawns are racist.
So my lawns are green.
Suburban dream of a green lawn, and if you live in the inner city, you don't get to have green lawns. To be even so, yeah.
No, go back. You know what? I think that any homeowner, if you own a home, you give a shit about your lawn.
I think so. I wouldn't want to live in an apartment complex that let the lawn go to shit, and I don't even own that.
No, but I think any homeowner, you can drive down any suburban neighborhood, period, right? Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter who lives there, Mexican, white, black, Asian, makes no shit of difference, right? Mm-hmm. You can point out who the renters are by how their lawn looks, how the landscaping looks.
I think that by the same token, you can also point out the various trades. I can tell you who the lawn guy is, because, as the phrase goes, the plumber always has leaky pipes.
It's true.
All right. Math is racist.
Math is racist.
Yep. Chicago Tribune saying that because we teach the Western way of counting as opposed to things such as the Aborigine way, that's racist. And I don't know how they would count any different, but whatever. White people talking is racist?
Hold on. We got Oreos are racist because they keep two blacks separated by a creamy middle.
What the fuck?
Could be.
You can't eat them.
Yeah.
You can only eat them.
I buy breakfast at this little place sometimes in the morning where in the city, and there's a I think he's Chinese that owns the place. Hilarious. Guy's a character.
Okay.
And he always has some completely conservative thing to say in the morning when we go in. And the other day he goes, I don't get all these people that are triggered about stuff. I could get triggered every time I see a set of railroad tracks. I like this guy. All right. White people talking is racist. White people not talking also racist.
I just shut up both ways. Like,
yeah. Well,
talk. Should I shut up?
I don't know. Sometimes abolishing slavery, racist.
Abolishing slavery is racist.
They want to tear down the statue of Lincoln, who was the person responsible for.
But it looks black.
Yeah.
Well, he is black, in the statue is black. But you know, I heard they tore down. I heard they tore down the statue of freaking Ulysses S. Grant too.
Yeah. Okay.
He led the Union Army to abolish slavery.
Right. Butter is racist, as you can see there.
Butter's yellow. So who's pissed about butter?
The three different variations of Land O'Lakes butter. As you can see, she started out a beautiful Native American woman, and then they chopped her at the knees, and we end finally by, as so typical here in the United States, in the effort to not be racist, we took away the Native American, but we kept her land.
No, you know what's funny about these pictures to me? You know what I see? You know what I see?
What?
I see this looks like California. Like you just see like, oh, we're not in a drought. We're in a drought. We're kind of in a drought. Oh, we're really in a drought. No, we just drained the reservoirs.
Farmer owned is what it says on the final one.
What,
Farmer
owned. The Indians or the land?
Well, not the Indian anymore. She's gone. That's it. We're gonna do a segment on this, I think, from time to time, because it really is. It's
racist or woke.
Racist or woke. We're gonna do the slideshow thing because there's actually I found a forever fountain of these types of things that I think we can just discuss and have fun with on the show. This is just all
bullshit. Y'all Americans is fucking like sorry as
y'all
fuck,
Americans,
man.
because you're an American, or
y'all Americans. I am American. I'm proud to be an American.
Y'all, that sounds pretty country right there. You must be going to the Ozarks or something.
Oh,
y'all Americans.
I'm getting ready, y'all.
I want to hear it.
You got to put some more twang in there. Y'all Americans. Come on back now, you hear?
I want to hear about Epstein before our next break. Jeff Epstein. Apparently,
that's your boy. He didn't kill himself.
He did not.
He did not kill himself. And
did you know
his girlfriend may not kill herself either?
No, and she's now apparently claiming to have. She's claiming to have videotapes
of everybody.
Everybody. She's going to not kill herself.
She's going to not kill herself too. You know what makes me mad though, and T, me and you kind of discussed this a little bit earlier. You know, everybody lost their shit over George Floyd, rightfully so. Mm-hmm. Okay, but why are Americans not just as pissed off at Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell? Why are people not in the streets like there's children?
Because Americans are fickle.
People are living
fucking bullshit.
Nowadays. It's like sickening.
It's fucking disgusting. It's disgusting.
Neighbor John said that about the Oreos. That's pretty funny. What about? But you know what? Oreos aren't racist. Are the ones with the double cream filling? Because you got the two.
Is that just a fat white guy and two black chicks? Or
no, I think it's like two white things in the middle with a.
I think it's the white chicks and two black dudes.
You're sandwiched.
What?
We're going low rent here real quick on this one.
I'm not sure what happened there. Yeah. I'm not sure what happened.
I think we need to go back to Epstein and the connection to Tom Hanks.
Oh, so you heard what happened, right? So now he is no longer an American.
Oh, because citizenship. Him and his wife citizenship to Greece or something like that, right?
So yes, but they've had some ties to the Epsteins, and Ghislaine Maxwell. I know that Ellen, your girlfriend Ellen, she's been in the media
officially being investigated because of all the complaints by her employees
to me,
now,
dude. And nobody gives a shit. Everybody's like, well, Ellen gives away free shit on her show. Like she would never do anything bad.
Nobody has gotten a free Pontiac on their show.
That was Oprah.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Come on, Ellen, step
Everybody
it up.
loves the shit out of Ellen because she dances on her show. She's friendly and informational. Everybody loves the fuck out of Ellen. But what the hell?
She's friendly, then
why aren't people pissed? Why aren't anybody's like, I want to know what the fuck is going on? They're like, no. Like, well, Tom Hanks played Forrest Gump. We fucking love him.
Like, they're gonna say, oh, they can't go against her because she's gay. No, it has nothing to do with her.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll get pulled out pretty soon.
Well, all the cards get pulled out, but at the end of the day, like, we're talking about kids, and if kids are getting hurt,
so what's this connection with Tom Hanks and Epstein?
Well, they know that they've been tied together, and there's rumors whether they're true or not true. I'm not here to judge. I'm not the judge and jury, but I wouldn't leave my kids fucking around his ass. I wouldn't. But all of a sudden,
but now, Tom Hanks, what has he done? Because maybe I'm missing out. What has he done that against children? Has he been accused of improprieties?
He's been accused of being in cahoots with Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein,
okay.
and there may be some dirt on him, maybe not. You know,
but see, I don't buy into that theory that everybody that was connected to them is a kid toucher.
I mean, I still agree with innocent until proven guilty, but at the end of the day, it's a little bit scary when you're like, you know what? I've been an American all my life. We're just gonna go ahead and move to Greece. Like, we're out. Like, peace.
What's the
like out of nowhere when all this shit's coming? Oh, I have video evidence of everybody, and then check it out. Yeah. We're Greek. No extradition rights.
And then wasn't there's some ankle bracelet?
There was some rumors about a lot of them, bro. Not just Tom Hanks, but also all the Hollywood royalty, like the Clintons, the Gates family, the Obamas.
Rumors, so allegedly, yeah.
Allegedly, but there's pictures floating around. Maybe they're photoshopped, maybe they're not. I'm not here to say this is truth. But at the end of the day, it's like...
With ankle bracelets, presumably because they're
being
monitored.
They're being monitored, but I'm not sure you're not a flight risk. If you're doing some bad shit...
Don't you think we'd know about that, though? Don't you think there'd be court records? We need to get the Boston Globe and their spotlight people on this.
Well, I want to know why nobody else is talking about this. Why aren't people asking questions the same as let's throw
because coronavirus.
Let's throw rocks at the police, but let's not find out who's hurting our children.
Right.
Let's find out where all our kidnapped children are going. What the fuck is going on?
They're being tossed into dressers. And
it's like let's go march on the governor's porch and free all the prisoners. Let's free all the pedophiles, but. Let's defund the police. I don't know.
I don't know. Am I the asshole? Dr. Sanjay, controversy, and
Dr. Sanjay.
Dixon Balls. We're doing another Dixon Balls section coming right up after this.
It's the Dick Show.
Hold on to your mind. Destiny you will find in your own way. Yeah.
Look at all these rumors surrounding me every day.
More rumors.
Just need some time to get away.
You hear that one about Michael and his doctor right before he passed, and he says, from now on, let's just make this easy. Only date 28-year-olds. And he said, really, 20 of them?
Dude, you know what? I have something scary.
What's that?
So when I was in Vegas, not this time, but the time before, right? It was for my brother-in-law's 21st birthday. Right? Carlos, my friend, took us to this haunted museum that I forget the guy's name. The guy who does the scary places on the Travel Channel. He owns this haunted mansion.
Okay.
Scariest shit I ever did in my life. Bro.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
Literally the scariest. Like they have all like the crazy shit. Like Dr. Kevorkian, like he had his bus where he was killing people out of. They had the chair that Michael Jackson died in, and there was still a pill stuck.
I don't fuck with stuff like that.
In the seats and shit. No, it was scary. No, like if you
hair on your neck, kind of scary. Weird.
Dude, I felt sick after we left. I showed up there drunk, and I left there like I wanted to barf. Like,
you probably got the demon sperm in you while you were in there,
bro.
As Dr. Sanjay likes to say.
You know what? You are an asshole. you are an asshole.
Just came flying at you,
right?
Am I the asshole?
Yes.
From time to time, I like to find stories on Reddit that
Gianni,
make me.
Is he the asshole?
Indeed, sometimes.
I like to find stories on Reddit sometimes, and man, I connected with this one on a personal level, like nothing I've ever seen on Reddit.
Okay.
And I think some of you out there will too.
Okay.
Am I the asshole? And by the way, I didn't really realize that AITA stood for Am I the Asshole until I was today's years old when I realized that.
I've never even seen that.
It's like LOL, which means lots of love, right?
Sure.
Isn't that what it means?
No, laughing out loud.
Oh shit, I gotta go back and edit some of my Facebook posts. Imagine that. My mom just died today. LOL.
You are the asshole. It's
all right.
Confirmed.
Am I the asshole for hiding the good tortilla chips? Here we go.
Yes.
I and my husband have a favorite brand of tortilla chips. However, my husband never, and I mean never, clips the bag after helping himself to chips, and thus the rest of the chips on the bag go stale. I've asked so many times to reclose the bag, but honestly got tired of being a nag and tired of stale chips. So I started to stash a second bag of chips for me where my husband rarely looks.
Can I stop you right there?
Yeah.
Have you ever, like, I mean, you got kids in the house, bro. Have you ever had a bag of chips go stale on you?
No, not since kids have lived here.
No.
Yeah. But before that, yeah.
And if they did,
At the office, I have.
If you did, the chips sucked.
Fair point. I've had chips I like that nobody else liked go stale.
I can understand that.
Okay.
But some chips, like you get some some Tostitos chips, they're okay.
The only thing goes stale around here is stuff the kids don't like.
Yeah.
And if they like it,
that shit's gone, bro. The first day. Open it up, box of tricks.
Milk from the corner store seems to go stale too soon a lot.
What color is the milk? You racist son of a bitch.
So I started to stash a second bag of chips for me where my husband rarely looks. My thinking was I obviously care about freshness more than he does, so I'll make sure to have a fresh stash and he can dip from the open bag. After a couple of months of this, he found my stash. He then accused me of making him eat stale chips. So if you're not following along, he was letting his chips go stale. She bought a second bag, was hiding it to keep it away from him, and then he has the balls to accuse her of making him eat stale chips by hiding the good chips that she bothered to seal.
That's fucked, bro.
He says I should just close the community bag because it's not a big deal. And when I say, well, if it's not a big deal, why don't you do it? He just says he's forgetful. Not only do we have a stash spot here of stuff, but I'm sure it may not have been in potato chips, but I'm sure I've been involved in an argument like that where she immediately threw it back at me, and I was like, well, I don't know, I'm forgetful.
That's how it works. That's how it works. Yeah. Until it's like your last beer. You're like, you son of a bitch.
Right. Disappear a lot now on Wednesday nights, but.
Right. But chips usually don't even make it to the second round. Like if I pull it out with some dip too, oh, bro.
We've got to.
You ever had the bitchin' sauce?
It's too spicy for me.
It's almond. Like the bitchin' sauce is even spicy.
Well, I mean,
dude, they even have like
ketchup burns my tongue. So
ketchup burns your tongue.
I can't believe I said that on the air.
You're woke. You're woke.
Yeah, ketchup is racist.
Well, what kind? Red. What if you changed the ketchup brand? What if you went to like Hunt's or like Kraft?
One time the dollar store had like this. It was like a honey ketchup. Oh, it was good, man.
What about like the sriracha mayo?
Nah. You know what? Actually, no. I've had srirachas. There's certain things that are spicy that I enjoy the flavor of, and I tolerate. There's a place by my work that sells this curry beef. And it's like a stew.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so good, but the sweat just rolls off. Yeah, I love Indian food, but I have to tell them I need white boy mild when I order.
That's fine, like the butter chicken.
Yeah, white
butter chicken. Well, that's yeah. If you're a white guy and you go to an Indian restaurant, you order butter chicken. You go to a Filipino place, you get chicken adobo. I mean,
I get you.
Dr. Sanjay's in the news.
Oh my God!
Yeah, dude, I've watched clips of the video. I haven't watched the whole video. I know about her.
You can't find the whole video, bro. Well, you can't find the whole video anywhere.
I think if you look hard enough, you probably can.
No, dude, it's been deleted everywhere, and that's my.
What I started doing with that is I started recording the videos. I got a lot of videos that have been pulled down, sitting right here on our little hard drive in the studio.
Oh, your little hard drive.
Oh.
Well, it's 16 terabytes of network attached storage, but
it's cute.
It's cute.
No, but the problem I have with that. So if you guys don't know, Dr. Sanjay, she was out there with a group of doctors. Okay, she's a Nigerian doctor practicing in Houston, Texas. Right? She is board certified physician that has been approved. Is she a little bit nuts? Sounds like it. Like shit. She's also a priest or pastor. I don't really know the religion of what's going on, but she's been saying some crazy shit on her YouTube channel. But she is a board
demon sperm delivered by the aliens, I believe, was one of the things. And when I saw that, I said, well, I don't know.
Do you believe in aliens?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Apparently the government does too. I want to do that next show. The government's releasing a lot.
So why is that so crazy then? If you believe in aliens and you believe in alien sperm, then why is that crazy to you? Because she said it out loud? Or she said it in a YouTube video?
Hey, you make a fair point. Demon sperm, though? I don't know about that.
I don't know about demon sperm. I don't know about any of it. But the fact of the matter is she a board-certified physician?
That's been my take on it. If what she said is crap, then go after her medical license. Officially bring her into a courtroom before a board of other doctors, and let's take away her medical license. But what I see happening is going back to the virtue signaling thing again, right? We're going to ban her. Ban the thing. That makes everything good. Yes. Ban the thing. Ban it on Facebook. Ban it on YouTube. Okay, and it's just going to go away, and we're all going to forget because then some other crackpot will pop her head up in a couple days, and we're fickle, and we'll just, you know what I'm saying?
Kenny Boy just checked in on Facebook saying that I thought it was Cleo the psychic at first. It might have been.
I couldn't put my finger on what it was about her, and he just nailed it.
that was it. No, but the crazy thing about it, you know what? I actually watched the full video. It took me a while to actually find it, and the shit that I thought was the craziest. She's like, if you think that I'm lying, take my license, kill me, whatever you're going to do to me, you know, and make me look like a terrible person. But she literally said, she's like, you think these other doctors aren't doing the same thing? You think that I'm lying? Have them take a urine analysis. Let's tell me they're not taking hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah, let's bring the viewers up. So if you don't know what this video is about, several months ago, our president said something about hydroxychloroquine, and it's been back and forth in the news. It works, it doesn't work. There seems to be an ongoing theory that it reduces the amount of time that people are sick when they have the coronavirus. Doesn't prevent it, doesn't stop it, reduces the amount of time that you're bedridden.
Helps your body heal.
Has to be taken in along with zinc and some other medicines, and it speeds it up by a couple days.
But it's helping people.
It's helping people.
This doctor, who's maybe a little bit nuts, has treated over 300, almost 400.
Einstein was nuts.
Almost 400 people, and not a single person has died.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
she stood up there with a bunch of doctors behind her, and my take on it, like she said, you know, if I'm lying, then let's see all these other doctors who I guarantee it are
taking it, that are telling you not to do a urine analysis. Tell me, prove to me you're not taking it and telling everybody not to do it.
Doesn't fit the narrative, though.
That's what hit me in the chest. That was the uppercut, right? Saying that, okay, well, show me. Even Trump was recorded in a live press conference saying that he's taking it.
Right.
Why is it so unsafe?
Well, because I'll tell you two reasons.
Because it's not patented anymore, and
there's a couple of reasons. I'm gonna throw some. I'm gonna just set them up, and you knock them down for me.
Okay.
Somebody's working on a vaccine, and we can't go around having things that slow it down. Does that sound like a likely?
Well, absolutely. Yeah, okay. Of course, the same companies that are bringing these vaccines out are the same ones who are saying like this is dangerous.
How about Trump said the word, and so we can't. For God forbid, we do anything that said, because whether or not you agree with the guy, and a broken clock can still be right twice a day. So the words came from his mouth.
Is that what needs to happen? Is he needs to come out and say, whatever you do, don't take hydroxychloroquine?
Probably.
And then everybody's going to be like, oh my God, we found the cure.
I think there's a faction of people in this country that if Trump came out and said we should all have healthy children and increase our population, that there's a faction of people in the United States that would kill their kids because he said we should have more children.
Yeah.
Like that are so dead set against anything that he says just can't. And, you know, I don't like the guy. I've made that pretty obvious on this show, but
you got the same haircut.
He can be I should comb it over. He can say something and it can be right. I mean, And here's one. Okay, so I think, with very few exceptions, the White House has been following the advice of Dr. Fauci all along. Would you not agree with that?
I agree with that.
Okay.
We're supposed to.
And we're holding Dr. Fauci up as an example, and we're saying, look at this great man. I have my opinions on him, but whatever. We're following his advice. Okay. Trump is following his advice. So why is he great for doing what he's doing, and Trump, who's following his advice, getting lambasted because Trump's causing this virus? I mean, there's such a just such a disconnect on that. I don't get it.
That's fucking nuts, dude.
How about Dixon balls?
What?
How about Dixon balls?
What?
Dixon balls?
What about it?
Are we ready for Dixon balls?
Want to talk about Dixon balls? For Dixon balls?
And now it's time for Dixon balls. I said it's time for Dixon balls.
Time for Dicks and Balls.
Time for Dicks and Balls. Sports. This is our sports segment.
This is a sports segment. All you dickheads out there, if you...
What?
I said all you dickheads out there, if you don't know, this is our sports segment.
Yes. You're an athletic guy.
I am.
Okay. Yeah. What's your favorite sport?
My favorite sport?
Your favorite
to watch or to play?
I'd say to watch.
To watch? If I'm going to watch a sports football.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, biggest news in football right now, right?
Biggest news in football.
We're bringing back the racism shit again, right?
Oh, yeah.
The Washington Redskins had to change their name, and they finally picked. It was a big argument.
What did they pick?
It went back and forth and back and forth. They are the Washington
Get the fuck out of here.
football team. They're the Washington football team.
You know what this looks like to me?
What?
This looks like two middle fingers in the air saying, call us racist now.
They are the
What are you going to say? We're a football team. Any questions?
They're the Washington football team.
Yeah. Any questions?
Not for me.
Not for me.
No, I'm good.
It's a very clever name. It says who they are and what they do.
What they do and where they're from. Well,
Here's a question
it
for
could
you.
have been Washington, D.C. football team. Like, at least that.
Here's a
would have
question
been
for you.
Sure.
What happens if they sell the team to somebody in another city?
They can't. They can't. They just can't. Ever. They're stuck. They're in Washington, D.C., and they're in Washington, D.C. forever.
So, I guess if they sold to Washington State, then yeah,
my
it should
thing
have
is,
been
like,
the DC
why didn't
football
they?
team,
Why didn't they
really.
put like the Washington, D.C. FT or FC? Just a bunch of little tiny initials just following the shit. Washington, D.C. FC.
It kind of blocks. It makes it hard. That long name on the back of their helmet kind of makes it hard to put all the extra stickers and bullshit that they want to do, doesn't it?
Dude, have you seen that?
So that's the next
Tell
thing,
me.
right?
Yeah. So
They're going to be allowed to advertise on the field.
So,
and
so Major League Baseball, right, is now allowed to virtually advertise on the field. So if you haven't been watching the shit that's been going on in baseball, right, behind the pitcher's mound, they're like embossing shit in the sand, logos, whether it be, whatever.
BLM.
business- yeah, whatever it may be,
Hold that thought. I agree. Black Lives Matter. Of course, Black Lives Matter. I do not like communism, and therefore I can't support an organization that was founded by two avowed Marxists, and so therefore I don't support the movement of Black Lives Matter, while I do support the idea of Black Lives Mattering. Okay, I need to get that out of the way, so when I say BLM, people don't say, "Well, you're racist."
You feel better?
Yep.
So,
Full disclosure.
So, in the NBA, right? Well, actually, let's start with the NFL.
NFL, okay.
So the NFL had a big deal this year. They just announced that they were actually allowing players to put logos in support of different organizations on their helmet, right? Whether it be the American flag, whether it be a BLM logo, whatever the issue they want to support, they are now.
This reminds me of the
allowed to do that.
XFL. Why don't they just put "He Hate Me" on the back of their jersey?
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're not quite there yet, right? Which was a big deal because the Dallas Cowboys got in big trouble last year because they put a little tiny quarter-size sticker on the back of their helmet showing that they supported the Dallas Police Department.
Ooh, can't do that. That goes against the narrative.
No. That was against the narrative. You couldn't do that, right? The NBA, right? It gets even worse. So the NBA has agreed with the Players Union that 29 social justice messages can now be worn on players' jerseys in
all at once.
No, maybe. I don't know. It has to be approved by the Players Union.
You got all
right?
your flair on when you show up to work?
It has to be. It has to be, right? But it's crazy, the stuff that they're actually allowed to actually change their names to. So instead of their last name being on the back of their jersey, they're able to change their name from Black Lives Matter to Power to the People, say their names, I Can't Breathe, instead of the player's name on the back of their jersey. And
You know what that's going to cause? I show up to work. I'm a pro football player. No, I want my jersey to say Elliott.
Well, whatever happened.
Well, why would you want only your jersey to only say Elliott on it? Why don't you want to put this other thing over here? Are you not part of the rest of the group? It's going to have this weird thing where it's going to force everybody into doing stuff that they really don't.
That's already
wanna
what's
do.
happening. And people are just trying to say, well, okay, well, let me put my mask on because that's what I'm supposed to do. If I don't, I'm getting shamed for not putting my mask on.
Whether it does any good or not.
It's the same thing. Whether you agree or not, if you're not part of the group, then you're the out crowd, right?
It's a weird principle called the Overton theory that discusses that. If you got a minute to look it up on Wikipedia out there, and it's that the idea that essentially it spans the idea of more freedom and less freedom, and it goes through the various stages of unacceptable. Underground kind of, and then socially acceptable, all the way through the ranks to policy. And it usually is on a 20-year cycle. Like, well, we can't possibly do that. And then next thing you know, 20 years goes by, and
it's the same.
Not only is it acceptable, but it's policy. And if you did that 20 years ago, and we find out that you did it 20 years ago, even though we're now here we are looking at things 20 years in the past through the current optics.
It's the same.
You're
shit
canceled.
It's the same shit with affirmative action.
Mm-hmm.
That was a racial, policy 10 years ago. So now it's okay. But I have where I draw the line, and I have the problem with this shit is it's not that I don't want professional athletes to have their opinion. Mm-hmm. It's I don't give a shit about your personal opinion. I don't like you. I don't like you for your personal opinion. I don't give a shit about your personal opinion. Mm-hmm. I want to see you play a game. I want to see your press conference, and I don't give a shit about your political views. I don't care if you hate Trump or love Biden or hate Biden and love Trump. I don't give a shit. I want to know, how was the game? How did you play tonight? I don't sit down every Sunday to watch football, but when I do, it's to accomplish two things. One of them is to get my ADD ass to sit down in a chair and not move. Okay, that's one of the things. Good chips and dip, huh?
Well, I'll have snacks and I'll get up during commercial breaks, but it's to generally, it's a way to kind of force me out of like, look, just relax on a Sunday. You don't need to work, right? Yeah. That's one of them. And the other one is, I don't want to deal with politics. I'm a news junkie. I'm into politics 24/7 the rest of the days, and that's the one day I want to sit down and I don't want to hear shit about any of this. I want to watch a football game. I want to put the game on. I don't give a shit about your political views. No one gives a shit about LeBron James's political views. I want to know how the game went. I want to see you play a game. What's the NBA doing about this whole thing?
I just told you the NBA is actually letting them.
NBA. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were talking the NFL.
No, they're letting them change their names.
Change the names. That's the NBA that's doing that.
Yes. Christ. To what's going on, right?
Yeah. So nobody's going to have their names on there. We're just going to.
Yes.
He hate me. We got some breaking news on Dixon Balls. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Yes. Health officials report that 6 cardboard cutout baseball fans test positive for coronavirus.
You don't think that's funny? You go ahead and get out of here right now. Don't watch our show anymore.
I think it's pretty funny.
That's fucking hilarious, right?
Did you know? I
bet you it's that blonde lady with the big nose.
I just heard that was a thing pretty recently too. That you could get a cardboard cutout.
Dude, so I bought a luxury box at the A's game, right? I'm a big A's fan. Go Oakland, right? Mm-hmm. And so they sent me a thing like, I'll be a season ticket holder this year. Even though you can't go to the games, you can still be at the games.
So was this your first season buying the season ticket?
No, I didn't buy a season. I didn't actually buy it, but I'm actually thinking about doing it. So what happens is you pay $100, right? Mm-hmm. Send them a picture. They print out these freaking cardboard cutouts, stick in the stand for you, right? Okay. Money gets donated to local charities.
Do you have the option to get a motorized one that could like put the hands up and do the wave? Or
no. But that's a great freaking idea.
Throw a beer on the cardboard statue next to it, or spill ketchup off its hot dog, or something like that.
Yeah, they're actually. Alice, I was checking in. Those cardboard fans didn't make it. They didn't make it. Rest in peace to their families. I hope that their paper cousins.
They died from the COVID. Exactly. Imagine, and you see them sitting there. They're not wearing masks. The cardboard
not a
cutouts.
Single one of them.
Right now, I'm around top of each other. No social distancing. It's a crime.
It's scary.
It's a crime against humanity.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit, I tell you. Right? Bring back sports. Let's have a good.
Yeah, we need something to take our minds off of all this.
Normal shit, and like I don't want your politics. I deal with politics, like you said, all damn day long. I just want to watch the baseball game.
Yeah, that's all I want to do. You know? And I'll tell you, I don't know a single person when I have this discussion.
Video game style, exactly.
I don't know a single person that I've spoke to. And I have friends from every side of the political aisle. I don't know a single person that I've talked to that doesn't think the exact same way as what we've just said on this show right now. They're fucking sports. It's a game. I don't want to turn it on. I don't want to hear about we have to have 2 national anthems and somebody can take a knee at one, but if you take a knee at the other, you're a goddamn racist. Like, none of that.
I don't care about any of that shit.
I want to hear the national anthem. I want to get choked up as I'm hearing it. Watch the damn game, and then either turn the TV off or go home. Like that's what I want to do. I don't need this other crap. And if that's going to happen, I got other stuff I can do.
I don't want to hear about, at the post game show about this and that and this and that. Like, no, I want to hear we had a bad game and I threw a couple interceptions or had some bad shots at the end. No, that's what I want to hear. Not we should do this and we should do that and you should vote for this person. Like, no, I don't want to hear that shit.
I want to know Terry Bradshaw's honest opinion. I'd like to sit down and have a beer with him. Hear what he thinks about this.
Yeah, I bet you want to hear Joe Buck too, huh?
Yeah, no. Give 2 shits what that son of a bitch has to say about it. Go fuck himself. I'm sorry. I'm drinking whiskey and it's giving me a potty mouth right now, but fuck Joe Buck.
Till next week, guys. What do you guys think about Wednesday nights? Let us know. Hit us up on the page.
We do want to know what you think about it for sure.
We're out of here like a fat kid in dodgeball.
And feel free, by the way, leave a comment even after the show's over. Let us know. Go on the YouTube page. We're going to post a link. Like us on YouTube, please. We could use the help. We want to keep this going for a while, but it's time to start making some moves.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Right. Keep everybody happy. Good night, everybody. See you next Wednesday.
Salute.
Dick like mine, dick like mine, a dick like mine.
The Dick Show.